This podcast is being recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past, present.
We extend our respect to any First Nations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm alright, hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
We've been sharing our lives online for over 10 years, so who better to catch you up on everything that's going viral?
Oh, plus we talk a lot about ourselves too. Coming up on this episode, it's a good one.
Oh, it's a
we
great
love
one.
it.
And I've got a bone to pick with someone that has approached my nan in real life and said something that they've heard in the pod. And excuse me, what we say in the pod stays in the pod.
Plus, if there are any straight men listening, I have a very important message for you. So stick around to hear about it. And we have a really women-heavy...
Yes.
Woman-heavy?
We're all
Women-heavy.
about the women today.
We're all about the women today. I, for one, am loving that. Plus, I crashed my car. Deal me in, doll. Let's go.
Good morning, Matthew.
Good morning. You know what I realised as well this morning?
What?
I realised that you're the only person in the world that calls me Matthew.
Well, I don't call you
wild
Matthew
is that?
ever, but I just started on this pod and now, that's the only time I call you Matthew.
Yeah.
It's when I say good morning.
Yeah. When I've come in today, would you say I'm in a good mood today?
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
go, Gibbo?
Well, let me tell you about my morning.
What?
I got up. I thought, let's go to Nova. I thought, you know what? I'll get myself a blueberry iced matcha with the cold foam because, that's my favourite. But
Yeah.
I rarely have it because I feel like if I have it every day, then it'll ruin
Yeah,
it.
they're not good
You
to
don't want to
wear
have
off.
it too often.
I don't know. I've been having cans of V for the last 2 years straight and I still haven't gotten over it.
True, although the cans of V do give you energy, so you may be addicted to the energy in a way. You know what I mean?
That's a
So
good
yeah.
point. It's probably an addiction.
But I feel like if the blueberry iced matcha, if I had it every day, it'd lose its spark.
Yeah,
right?
I reckon a matcha is like a treat, kind of.
And it is for $11 fucking 50.
Holy
Oh my God, I know, but it's amazing.
I need to put my prices up and out, dude.
And so this is for a cafe in like the middle of the CBD though, here in Sydney. So,
it's not newy.
Anyway, got my blueberry ice matcha. I'm in a great mood. It's Monday. Let's rock and roll. Get in the car. Crash it about 5 minutes later.
You did not. You did not.
Yeah. And then I just thought to myself, you know what? I can't be bothered dealing with
Wait,
this.
what kind of crash?
Crashed into a wall.
Did you do damage to your car?
Yeah. So, but you know what's funny is I was just thinking, how good's my mental health that can happen and I can go, say la vie, let's fucking rock and roll. And I've come in and it has not affected my mood.
It's one of those fucking things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's all about your mentality. I will say this morning as well, when I got here, I fully scraped the gutter with my mag or whatever you want to call it, rim, I don't know.
Check the planets. Yeah.
Down, oh well, fuck it.
So my situation was I'm in the middle of, the car spot had 2 walls on either side. And when I backed into it, I was like, oh my God, this is tiny. Like, I don't know if I'm going to fit in here, but I did. And I was like, oh, okay, lovely. And as I drove out, I've forgotten that the 2 walls were there.
Oh, so you just
And I've just turned
Oh.
straight into the fucking wall. And I will say, I don't know what, but when I did it, the reason I just went, fuck, I'll just keep driving is 1, there are a lot of other people in the car park, so obviously I was
Pressure.
embarrassed. But 2, it didn't sound that bad from inside the car. Like I kind of went, like, I had stuff in my boot and I heard it fly from one side of the car to the other.
Right.
But apart from that, the actual, impact, I went, oh, it wasn't even that bad. So I've then driven here to Nova. And then I got out of the car and I checked the damage. I made a little video about it too. And I checked the damage and I went, oh, no, it's not that bad actually. It's not that bad, but it looks fucking hideous. It'll buff out. So anyway, if you thought you were having a bad week, anyone, surely it's not as bad as mine.
There's no point in crying over spilt milk.
Exactly.
It's already spilt.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're an icon for that. And it feels good. It feels good. But anyway, so my Monday off to a rough start, but I'm not letting it affect my mood for this week. That's my little message to all our scrollers. If something shitty's happened to you, don't let it impact your entire day or your entire week. Let's just fucking get over it and move on because life's short. Anyway, what have you been up to this week?
Well, I've been away for the last week, as everyone would have seen. We did our Fate model search and that's all done. I had one day in, what is wrong with me? I don't know. We were away all week. And then Saturday came around, my first day to rest. Went out for a massive long lunch, didn't I? Went into the night. Fuck me. But anyway, yesterday I just had a rest and chill and lay in bed day. And now I'm back in Sydney sitting here with you. And you want to know what Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Last week's episode, if everyone listened, which I'm sure they absolutely did, I spoke about how I did my voice demo.
Oh, yes.
I got it back.
Oh, good. Can I listen to it?
Yeah, I want you to judge me on my voice acting skills and to give context in case anyone
forgot
or you don't know.
Surely.
For the longest time, I have wanted to do voice acting work. And I'll actually tell you a dream of mine that I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to make a reality, but it would be a dream to be the voice of an animation.
Yeah, fun.
Wouldn't that be the coolest fucking job ever?
Yeah.
A Bluey or a Disney movie. Imagine voicing a character. That would be a dream of mine. But that's a big fucking dream. And by the way, I'm going to leave you all with a little quote as well, just to tie into that. Stop treating your goals like a wish list instead of a to-do list.
Shit, all right. Whoa.
So you know how everyone writes their goals and you might do it at the start of the year. Don't treat it like a wish list. You hope one day.
Yeah.
Make it a to-do list and actually take actionable steps to achieve those goals.
Nice.
Your goals are a to-do list, not a wish list.
Fuck, you're a fucking oracle this week, aren't you? What the fuck's going on? This is a therapy
This is a
session now.
motivational pod.
I've gone Matcha car crash therapy. Let's go. That's the title of the episode, Hannah. There you go.
Therapy.
Anyway,
that's hilarious. Okay, I want to show you my demo.
Yeah.
And you got to put the headphones in because I want you to really hear it. And look, this is just a fun little hobby. Hannah's been saying to me this morning, how the fuck do you have time to do this, another side quest? Well, I don't know. Can you hear me now, Matt?
Yeah. Oh, this is so crazy. I'm in surround sound.
Okay, well, I'm just going to play it and it's 2 minutes long, so we don't have to listen to the whole thing. But I just want to... Oh, Mumford & Sons just walked past, by the way, in the studio.
Nice.
I just want to show you can judge my talents, and all of these ads are not real. They're made up, but they're made to sound real.
Okay.
So here we go. I'll play the intro bit, but you can just cut it out if you want, Hannah.
I'm going to close my eyes.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Brittney Saunders and welcome to my voice demo. Now, I'm a little bit of an OG Australian influencer. I think I was influencing before that word was even a thing, and it was all because I discovered this website in high school called YouTube and thought, I'm going to give that a go.
Pause.
Now, my career has evolved a lot.
What?
You're not even putting on a voice right now, right?
Yeah.
You're not putting on a voice in that.
No.
Why are you giving husky, sexy woman?
I don't know.
I'm getting dominatrix.
Ooh.
I'm getting a bit of a huskiness in
Well,
your voice.
this was the day before I felt really sick, so I think it was coming on in my voice and I didn't know, but the day after this is when I'll die.
Oh, okay, yep.
Okay, let's get into it.
Over the last decade, I've kind of stepped away from influencing and I'm now in the e-commerce space and I own a women's fashion brand. But today I'm here in the studio, so this is my demo. Big ideas don't come easy. But when you get one, use that moment of clarity to create a new reality, to turn your pastime into your full time. Welcome. Please scan your first item. Welcome to The Sims New Era, where your choices shape the world like never before. Create, explore, live your wildest dreams. From cozy neighborhoods to bustling cities, every sim, every story is uniquely yours. Unexpected item in the bagging area. You know that feeling when you open your wardrobe, stare at 100 things and still have nothing to wear? Yeah, we're done with that. Meet Fate the Label. Effortless, size-inclusive fashion. We're talking dreamy fabrics, perfect fits, and styles that make getting dressed the easiest part of your day. From brunch to boardroom, date night to weekend vibes, Fate has something for every occasion. Please add Brittney to cart. With a little help from nature, we've created a new range of
Is this
plant-based
you?
This is me!
pure goodness.
That's actually crazy.
Please wait for assistance. At Valia, we know a healthy gut means a happy you. Our deliciously creamy probiotic yogurt is proven to naturally boost digestion and immunity. Valia, get gut happy. You're still listening to this demo? Feel the magic of an epic sunrise.
That's
Feel
not even
God
you.
with the
That's
skin
me.
to skin
That's not
story
you.
And see firsthand the biodynamic process.
Anyway, it keeps fucking going.
Process.
Yeah, because we're trying different accents.
When have you ever said process in your life?
Because that was like a soft English accent. Now do you see why I want to do voice work?
That's actually insane. Although I will say it was an absolute nightmare listening to that. Like the amount of fucking beeps and whistles and songs.
Yeah,
and
but that's the whole point of a demo. It's
oh
to
my
show
God.
like how you could be in different ads.
that was crazy.
Yeah, so that's why I want to do voice work because I
Okay.
feel like I've got a talent.
You didn't even sound like you in half of those.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite one was the Fate ad. The fake Fate ad. That
Yeah.
was so fun.
Catch it on the radio soon. So
Oh
anyway,
my
that's my demo. If anyone out there wants to book me, hit me up.
I can't get over the huskiness in your voice. That was like so funny. I was like, this is not, I don't know.
Well, I think when you're in like the studio and like
There was like no boganness to your voice.
well, they were telling me, like I said, that I
Yeah.
needed to get rid of the Aussie twang. And
Yeah.
then I said that was your fault. So I was really trying to get in the zone. But that's so fucking cool. Even if I don't ever book a job, like I'm just so, that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Anyway, book me someone.
Well, you also said while we're updating people on things that happened in last week's episode, remember I was saying about the flight attendants asking
Yes,
hello.
yes,
Did you
I
take
paid
notice?
attention.
Yes, what happened? What did
Some
your
of-
research find?
My research was, and again, if anyone missed the episode last week, Matt, do you want to just give them a quick recap on like what
Yeah.
happened?
So we learnt that flight attendants, when they're asking you hello, when they're saying hello at the front of what I'm resetting.
When they say hello at the front of the plane,
when you yeah, when they say hello when you board the flight, they're not just saying hello for customer service purposes. They're also trying to determine whether you're sick or drunk. And I have noticed since learning that or thinking about it that I do get quite an intense stare from a flight attendant saying hello.
so I went into all of our flights last week
Mm-hmm.
thinking of you and be like, they're going to look at me. And yeah, a lot of them do. But also I noticed a lot of the time they're very distracted by like someone working behind them or whatever. And they're like, oh, hello. So it wasn't as intense as I thought,
Okay.
but that maybe they were busy.
Yeah, okay.
I'll tell you something else that I always think about flights.
What?
Like, especially like because we're in Newcastle, everywhere is like an hour to Brisbane, 50 minutes to the Gold Coast, an hour to Melbourne, like because we're right in the middle. And it always blows my mind. Like I understand that it's the way that flights make money is by doing the food and drink service. But don't you think it's hilarious? And I don't know if I've said this on the pod before, how we catch a 1 hour flight and we can't just be fine for an hour. Like you will go, yep, I'll have a drink and a whole fucking meal
Yeah.
in an hour.
Yeah.
But then I'll drive 2 hours to Sydney and I'm fine the
Yeah.
whole way. I don't need a drink. I don't need a toasty.
Yep.
But in a 1 hour flight, it's like we're incapable of just not having any food and beverages.
Well, I think for me, I'm going, well, I've spent money on the ticket, so I better get me free coffee.
And the thing that I love about Qantas is how you get the free snack and any free drink.
Yeah.
But they're the only ones that do that. Like if you fly with
Yeah.
Virgin and Jetstar, you got to pay for any drink, or maybe not a cup of water, but any drink and snack you have to pay. But then like we went on one Qantas flight and like I got a red wine, it was free. And they give you like a little pizza thing for free.
Yeah, nice.
So I quite like Qantas for that reason. But I also find it weird that we like so desperately need a bite to eat within an hour flight. Like
I'm
can't
not
we-
eating, but I'm definitely taking a drink off the drink trolley.
Yeah.
Virgin, you get water, tea, or coffee
For free.
For free.
Yeah.
They used to do juice as well.
Did they?
Yeah, cost of living hitting hard, clearly.
I've been loving a red wine on a night flight, and because every night we flew, so I was just smashing the reds.
I still haven't tried a red. Yeah.
I'll tell you what's interesting.
Here we go.
Like, I feel like we all start on like cruises and then we go to like Moscato. Like you start with the sweet wine. I then think actually the next step should be red from Moscato because white wine is very polarizing. Like I feel like it's very like, you know, it's white wine. Like it's really bold and it's not like sweet and soft. Whereas I find red, yeah, it's warm, but it's sweeter.
Is it?
So
See,
I find
I
it-
get quite a bitter taste from the reds
It
that I've
is
tried.
bitter, but I think white wine is even more like tangy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like to start drinking red, you need to go out for a really nice dinner, maybe at like a steak restaurant or something, and like have delicious meats
And
pair
the
it
red.
with a red, and then you just like sip on it slowly and just complements the food so well.
Well, we'll go out to dinner then. We'll go to Rockpool.
Okay.
It's gorgeous. Okay.
I'm still fucking doing that. But anyway, that's my week last week.
Nice. We've been productive. You
Yeah.
know, you've been all over the country doing all these amazing things, and I've crashed my car.
Please be upstanding for the royal flush.
Well, you know what, Britt? This is actually good. We were just talking about like flying, and I think we should continue with that, I guess, notion, because I have a royal flush. It's time for our royal flush. Has the intro already played, Hannah? Thank you. Okay. My royal flush is actually an account from a pilot.
This girl? Yeah, I saw her yesterday too.
Her name's Shelby. Shelby Watham, I think is how you would pronounce her name. Or Watham. I don't know. Watham? I don't know. Her name's Shelby. You may have seen her on TikTok recently.
She's like her video popped off on the weekend.
I know. It is so interesting. She made this video. She was flying. She's a pilot, obviously, flying from Brisbane to Osaka. And she gets a flight brief on this little iPad. And she basically just goes through the entire flight brief that pilots need to look at before they fly. The video is 5 minutes long. And I was locked in listening to this on 1 times speed, not even 2 times speed. So we could speed it up because I was
Her
getting
video's
over it.
currently at 490,000 views.
The language in the video, I've got no fucking clue what she's saying.
I know, she's like, got to do this and then that and row 8 and then we're
Yeah.
going up to level 3, blah, blah, blah.
I listened to the whole thing like
Yeah.
I knew exactly what she was. It was mesmerising. Let me play a little bit for you.
Nothing below the minimums, I don't think. The lowest visibility on the Prop 30 tempo is 1k viz and a broken cloud at 600 feet. So again, it's Prop 30 tempo, so we'd be able to wait that out, and that's if it eventuates because it's Prop 30. What else have we got? The other airports along the way, there's a lot, so I won't get into all of them. There's no SIGMETs. Volcanic activity, we've always got a 60 nautical mile exclusion zone for flight planning around Manum, the volcano Manum, so same old, and
then,
No,
you
I
know
was
what?
locked
I just
in.
want to say fuck off to some of the people commenting on it. Like one of the top comments, this is why a lot of Jetstar flights get cancelled or delayed when we have young Gen Zs too busy making TikToks. Fuck off, user 892105. Of course you have no fucking username and no profile. She wrote back and said, if you listened, I was at work early and we departed early today. Like she was sitting in the car before work.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. She actually made another video as well saying that like other people in her industry have been sharing her TikToks to one another, like laughing at her. And I'm like, well, you know what? Shelby, was that her name?
Yeah.
Shelby, you're my fucking royal flush of the week, bitch. And
Yeah.
that is, oh, sorry, I shouldn't call you a bitch. I don't even know you. But that was a term of endearment. I'm gay. But Shelby, you're my royal flush of the week. And that is one of the highest honours. In fact, there needs to be a regot. Okay?
What's
You've got
that?
EGOT. You've got the
Oh,
EGOT.
yeah, Royal Flush.
We've got regot.
Yeah, if you're a Royal Flush.
Royal flush. And then whatever the fuck EGOT stands for. Anyway.
I just love to see women in male-dominated
Sorry, that was my
spaces.
next point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
you
I
beat me
want to
to
say to you, Shelby. Have you seen that trend? And it's like, what was your act of microfeminism, blah, blah, blah. Like hers could just be like making this content and pissing off men that she's a fucking pilot. What?
I want to say something, but I think it's going to be taken the wrong way.
What?
I'm going to
it.
say this, and then you can cut this out of the podcast. No, I can't say it. Well, actually, you know what? It's got nothing to do with. let me.
Why don't you
let
say
me
it
gather
to
my
us
thought.
first?
I want to say basically, like I was like, this is real. Like I think I was enjoying myself because it was smart content.
Yeah.
Like she's smart, and I loved watching it because she's smart and she knows what. Because my For You page is just full of people. Get ready with me for the Formula One. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like putting on makeup, going, oh my God, my dress didn't arrive in time. So like, I think I was so enthralled with her because she's so smart. I'm not saying everyone else is dumb.
I get what you're saying,
but I think people are going to take what I'm saying and go, oh my God, that's misogynistic. But also it goes for everyone. There's dumb male content out there as well that I'm consuming every day.
Mm-hmm.
Men standing there in grey sweatpants, dancing to songs with a fucking dildo in their pants because we know it's not real, but like seriously, you're not that big, darling. And to have that come on my For You page, I think that's what was so enthralling, was the fact that she is smart. I feel we don't see much of that on the internet.
I get what you're saying, and I saw over the weekend too, I don't know what specific video it was, but it was just a video in general about like the typical influencers and seeing them go get a matcha and go shopping, and like it was something along the lines of like, are people ever going to have enough of seeing an influencer do their day in the life, like going to get a matcha kind of thing?
Yeah, I guess it's about what's around it. Because, like, for me, I never watch anyone's videos of going to get a matcha because that's boring. But I think, like, when I go and do it, it's funny because of what's happening around it. Like, if you've got no personality, sure. But I think people aren't watching me to see what I'm doing in the vlog.
No, they're watching for your personality.
Right. So I think if you've got a personality, you will always have someone who wants to watch.
You could make going and
I mean?
getting a matcha really entertaining.
Right.
Well, this actually kind of leads into my royal flush. Speaking of influencers and posting about lavish lifestyles, there is a Nepo baby that I am following. Well, I don't know if I'm actually following her, but she's been just showing up for me every single day. A Nepo baby. By the way, if I could do my life over again, I would love to be a Nepo baby. Just saying, like I know there's a lot of negativity around it.
You know what? Like, let me tell you. We all would. Like,
yeah.
like people go, oh my God.
Oh, Hailey Bieber's a Nepo baby. You know what? I fucking wish I was as well.
Yeah. And the other thing is, going back to like the influencers who do just spend their day, like, I mean, the big ones with millions and millions of followers who do just spend their day shopping and getting a matcha and getting millions of dollars. We all fucking would.
Exactly right.
Goals, baby.
Absolutely.
Shut your jealous mouth and
yeah,
let's admit if
you would do it too.
You would do it too for a check. So, yeah, who is this though? Because it may be someone who's come up on my For You page, and she was almost my second royal flush. So show me, who is it?
It's Becca Bloom.
Oh, I don't know her name. You'll have to show me. Yes.
Has she been showing up for you too, Hannah?
I'm obsessed.
So I don't know her full backstory, but I have a feeling that she has only just recently started posting on TikTok.
Yes.
She's already got 400,000 followers, and she just popped up on my For You page one day. Her house, like in the background of her outfit of the day, which is her Hermes outfit of the day. No, I saw her egg of cutlery.
Yes, the egg of cutlery. The egg of cutlery was $2,500.
Okay, this girl is beyond rich.
Like she is generational wealth vibes.
She is fucking the Nepo baby of all Nepo babies. But, and like every outfit she wears is head to toe designer. Like I'm talking the dress would be $20,000. Like she's got every Kelly and Birkin, which by the way, Birkins are fucking hideous.
Really?
Do you reckon a Birkin bag is nice?
I don't mind them. Just a classic black Birkin though.
But they're so basic, like for this out of reach thing that you have to get invited to get.
Yeah.
Like really? Like that's it?
Yeah,
like it's plain.
I guess so. I don't know. I do love a Kelly though.
I
like a Kelly more than a Birkin just because I think it's a little more chic.
Yeah. I just very clever of fucking Hermes or however you say it.
Yeah. I will say her fashion though is quite, I feel, I mean, she lives and breathes like rich but classy rich.
Yeah,
I think there's
she's
a
like
difference.
classy rich. She's not like...
It's not like people get a bit of money and then suddenly they're decked out in all designer logos and stuff. Like you wouldn't know her outfit is Hermes unless she told you.
No, yeah, her
It's
outfits are like plain. She's not wearing the logos. It's like classy rich.
And did you see the video of her trying on her wedding necklace?
No.
Because that's the first video I saw. It's like a Van Cleef kind of... She's just that type of rich that's like so out of touch, but in the best way.
Yeah, she comes across as very sweet, and it's even in her comments. People are saying, I like that you're like a billionaire. Like her mum and dad are very successful. I read in the comments somewhere like who her mum and dad are. They're both in like tech or I don't know. But people in the comments are saying, like, I love that you're rich, but not rubbing it in our faces. Like, okay, poor people, this is how I live today.
Yeah.
Like, she just seems very sweet, and I don't know what it is about her, but anytime her video pops up, I just watch the whole thing.
Same.
Even though I can't relate to anything that she's talking about or the way that she's living.
Yep.
And she even talks about how, in one video, I watched it a while ago now, but how she would only ever date someone on her level, which I think is a really like quite ballsy thing to say. But she was talking about, because she's got this fiance and he keeps buying her all these really expensive gifts, but she was saying how she was conscious of only ever dating someone on her level financially because she didn't want someone to come in and try and use her for her family's money. But she just said it in a way that was so okay for her to say.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like, you know, if a rich influencer was to say, I'm not going to date a nobody, then like people would be like, how dare you say that? But the way that she says it, I don't know, maybe it's because she's so rich she can get away with saying it. But I've just really enjoyed her content popping up in my For You page. She's like a Disney princess, like living in a castle.
Yeah.
Like, she's just really intriguing. And I'm like, fuck, imagine just being like born into that amount of wealth where wearing a $100,000 outfit on a day-to-day is like the norm for you.
Crazy, but also goals. And I love that she was almost my royal flush as well, specifically the try-on of the necklace, because I thought she was like humbly out of touch, if humbly is a word.
Yeah.
She was being humble about it, but she was like, I have this Van Cleef one-of-a-kind diamond necklace for my wedding and I haven't even tried it on yet, so let's try it on together.
Just casually hasn't even tried it on, just sitting at home.
It's like an exclusive Van Cleef piece that she got like off the runway or something. It was like only on the runway and then given to her or something. And I was like, okay, that is the most out-of-touch thing I've ever heard, but why is it okay for you to say that? That is so interesting. What good points. God, we're good.
I know.
Oh, why do people listen to other podcasts? Like, seriously.
Everyone needs to listen to High Scrollers.
Now I just want to watch her videos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Valentine's Day necklace was $70,000.
There you go. Her Valentine's Day necklace was $70,000 that he got for her. And she, just so you need to go and watch her page. It's Becca X Bloom. She just is so nonchalant about everything. But it's like she can get away with it. But if it was like, I don't know, Kim Kardashian's kid flaunting their wealth that way, I feel like they would get hate. I don't know what it is. Just the way she delivers her message, she just comes across really sweet.
Okay, let's deep diver. Let's dive deeper, into this.
Deep diver.
Let's deep diver. Because I think it's because she can't help that she's rich.
Like she's just born into that
She's
lifestyle.
born into it. So she has done nothing in her life.
Well, doesn't that go for every rich kid? If their parents are the wealthy ones?
But like people, sorry.
Like all the Kardashians' kids can't help
right.
that they're that rich.
Yeah, you're right.
But then why does Northwest cop hate?
Well, then I think because like...
Because Kim's more controversial?
Do we not know
Kanye?
much about the parents?
We don't know
of this
anything about the parents.
girl?
Apparently they're like very off social media, private. Like I think she doesn't even want much information about them to be out there, but TikTok's been doing digging.
Okay, wonder if Becca Bloom's her actual name. Because
Probably
surely we
not.
could go Google girl and figure out who the parents are. Especially if she's not married yet. I think her name might be Becca, but then like Bloom is like a fun... Maybe she just really loves the movie It Ends With Us. And she's given herself an alias.
Here, I've got Reddit.
Oh my gosh. Someone said I met her at Target a few years ago. I was struggling. She helped me pay for my groceries. That's nice.
Her parents are actual billionaires, but extremely private. Simon Yiming Ma is her dad. Someone also found their wedding website on Zola. Rebecca Ma and David Pownall. Her dad founded a business, CIS, headquartered in China that was made private in 2014. The house she films in is her parents' and he purchased it for $13 million in 2015. I found her parents, Simon Yiming Ma and Heidi Chu. Sorry, I'm fully butchering that. They were or are chairman, CEO and president of Camelot Information Systems based out of Beijing, which they founded.
Allegedly. We're getting all of this information from Reddit, so who knows?
Someone commented, she's super tacky.
Is she? I don't think she's tacky at all.
I think she's classy.
Yeah, I don't think she's tacky in the slightest.
Someone said, I know, gross. Everything is a luxury brand, which tells me she's not that rich or classy. Oh, fuck off,
my
you
God.
haters. She is clearly fucking rich. Look at the house she is making her TikToks in. People fucking love to hate, don't they? Shut up. Like, if you were her, you would be the same, bitch.
Yeah. Which tells me she's not that rich. She had the chopsticks that she ate her fucking breakfast or dinner with were $2,500 chopsticks.
It's like
at
everything
Everest.
is so expensive. But like, I kind of get it, because imagine having parents that are that rich, or imagine just being that rich. Of course you're going to start buying stupid shit like $2,500 chopsticks, because what else are you going to spend your money on?
Well, and I think surely she's invested a lot. And I think if your parents, if she's like, I don't know if they've bought the house for her or if they all live in the house together still.
Well, it's big enough that they've probably all got their own mansion within the mansion.
Absolutely.
And you know what? To that I say, royal flush and goals.
Yeah.
You know, like when you say, if you could swap lives with anyone for a day, who would it be? A Nepo baby. I never have to fucking lift a finger. That is my life goal.
Yeah, I think I'm also like, I'm ready to be a lazy influencer. Those influencers that we were talking about who just like go and get a matcha and crash their car. And
anyone would do the same. Anyone would do the same.
Like, the ones that just like go shopping and do nothing. Like we've already spoken before on the podcast about how, I love being a hustler. I'm a bit of a workaholic. I love it. But I think I'm ready to just do nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'll make money. That's the thing. I don't know how they make money. It must be discount codes, surely.
Yeah, affiliates.
And then probably not disclosing their ads. Yeah. Because I look at their content and I go, how are you making money? Because all you do is shop all day. But I think I'm destined for that this year.
I think I'm destined to be born into another family.
I, for one, fucking love us.
Yeah, same.
I fucking love us.
It is my life goal to be a Nepo baby.
We don't even take this seriously.
No.
You know what I mean?
I talked about the pod on my story this morning, and I just said, if to put High Scrollers in a nutshell, it's just Matt and I talking absolute shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I can describe this podcast as.
Yeah.
Like, I can't describe it in any other way.
I've got a question.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Hannah's got a question.
Oh, here we go.
Come on in there.
It was watermelon trauma, then it was potatoes under the sink. What is it this week?
I know you don't like people asking about, like, are you going to get married, going to have kids, blah, blah, blah. But hypothetically, if you and AJ had a child, would it be a fake Nepo baby?
Well, if fate was still successful by that point, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Okay, what I want to know is, if we're going to continue this conversation, how rich does someone have to be for your kid to be a Nepo baby? We need to Google that, Hannah.
Go Google.
What does the wealth of the parents have to be for a child to be considered a Nepo baby?
But I think Nepo baby actually just means that they get opportunities from their parents.
Yeah.
Like in any type of way. It doesn't actually have to do anything with money. So it says the term Nepo baby refers to someone whose career success is believed to be largely due to their parents' connections and influence, or money, I guess, rather than solely their own talent. There isn't a specific wealth threshold to be considered one. So you could be a Nepo baby even if you've got no money in the bank, but your dad's a lawyer and he got you a job at his law firm and you became a lawyer. Technically, you're a Nepo baby.
Yeah, but I guess celebrities just get thrown that name and then you think it's because of the money. Well, I guess. Then anyone could be a Nepo baby. Like if I had a kid and then I helped them start a business and gave them all the connections, and sure, that could be a Nepo baby. But to me, like, Nepo baby is the ones that don't fucking do any work.
Yeah, I think the term's been like
Yeah.
taken to just like celebs who get money from their parents.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're...
Where do you draw the line though? Let's say you are a parent and you do have a large amount of wealth. Where do you draw the line with how much you spoil your kid?
Yeah. See, I'm selfish in the way that I couldn't have a child and I'd be like, fuck off, I'm not buying you anything. I don't want to spend my money on me. But if I had so much money...
if you've got the money and the wealth...
They'd be getting everything that... You seen those Northwest birthday parties?
You'd be
Kim
doing
Kardashian,
that.
hold my shit because I'm going to put on a birthday party. But like my child, if I had the disposable income, my child would get the fucking well. You want to hire out all of Disneyland for your birthday? Shut
Done.
it down, Walt. Shut it down. My child.
See, I fear I'd
wants
be
a
the
day at
same too
Disney.
because my love language is gifts.
Yeah.
I love buying a gift for
Same.
anyone, or just I love paying for dinner or paying for this round of cocktails. Like, that is just my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if I had a child, I would definitely do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like, that can have really bad outcome, Matt, if you spoil your kids a little bit too much.
Why?
Because they can become spoilt brats and expect everything to be handed to them on a silver platter.
Well, I think you just need to humble them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're flying first class, darling. Come on, little 6-year-old little princess in her princess dress. We're going to Disneyland. We're flying first class, but let me hold your hand while we walk through economy. And let me show you the people in economy and how sore their backs are and how they look so uncomfortable. You know, we're lying down in a bed, darling, but these people, they don't get that. You know, you got to keep them humble. You got to show them. You got to show them what life could be like, you know? So I think I'd just be taking my little princess daughter through economy just to say, look how the other half live.
Actually, speaking of kids,
And if you're a spoiled brat, next time you're flying in economy.
kick them down the back. I actually saw a TikTok last night. I know we're going on a million tangents.
Yeah, this
but
is
it was
fun.
this girl, and she made a TikTok last night saying, how is anyone actually becoming a parent now with all of this fucking information out there about parenting?
And no money. Like, how are you
That too.
affording it? How we...
But her video was like, I think she didn't have kids, and she's like, I'm overwhelmed myself with all of the information out there now. Like, there's more information out there about parenting than ever before. Like, when our parents were young, they would have had books and like a parenting class that you would go to. But now, because of the internet and fucking all the keyboard parents out there that love to give their opinion on how you should parent, like, surely that in itself is overwhelming enough.
Yeah.
Gentle parenting, this parenting, that parenting. When you see an influencer have a kid and how everyone has to weigh in and tell you how to fucking parent, like, that is overwhelming as fuck.
Yeah.
With all that information out there. And they're like, oh, don't put that kid in that cot with the barriers on the side because, you know, but then when we grew up, I had like 1,000 stuffed toys around me.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much information out there.
I know.
Overwhelming.
Also, do you know what age your mum had you?
31.
Oh, okay.
She was older, like, back then.
Okay, because I was speaking to my friend yesterday, and like her mum had her when she was 20.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're 30. Can you imagine having a 10-year-old?
No, but that's the crazy thing. AJ's mum was really young as well. Like, she had her 3 boys by the time she was in her early 20s.
Uh-huh.
And so she's always saying to me now, like, when are you going to have a kid? And I'm like, probably fucking never.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's crazy that, yeah, she would have had her boys like kind of growing up at my age now. And I'm like, I'm still a teenager.
Can't remember when my mum had me.
My
I
mum,
think she was like 25. I'm like, so I'd have a 5-year-old right now. Like, I can't imagine anything worse
my mum told me.
than having to take them to fucking school and get them dressed. And they can't do their own hair or tie their shoelaces. You're doing all that for them.
My mum told me, again, just throwing her under the bus, but I don't give a fuck. Which, by the way, Matt, we're in the middle of the pod. I can say this.
Okay.
I've obviously made some little comments about my mum on the pod, and I've made like one mention of her on my other podcast, but I didn't say anything. Whoever the fuck it was, I don't know if it's anyone that listens to this podcast, someone saw my nan in real life and went and asked her. And I said,
Whoa.
are you kidding? So I don't know if it was one of you listening to this podcast, but when it comes to the shade that I throw, rightfully so, and trust me, I could say a whole lot of fucking stuff about my family, but I don't. I keep it light and fun. Do not approach my nan in real life and ask her about the tea in my fucking family. Because do you know how confusing that is for an 80-something-year-old woman?
Yeah.
And they said that they heard it on a podcast.
That's crazy.
So if that was anyone listening to Scrollers or Big Business, please don't put my nan in that situation. But anyway, back to my mum.
That's cookery.
Yeah, that's absolutely fucked. And she just told me the other day. So I wanted to mention that. My mum told me that she was 30, and that was super old back in the day to have kids.
Uh-huh.
But she met my dad and got pregnant with him straight away because she was like, quick, he's good looking and I'm getting really old. And then she told me kids fucked up her whole life.
Oh, yeah.
So
Getting really old at 31, by the way.
yeah, but back then that was considered
Yeah,
super
true,
old. Now
to
you've
have a
got
kid.
people having kids all through their 30s, even closer to 40. Isn't it funny how the times have changed? So yeah,
I
there's,
do feel like we talk about having kids on this podcast too much.
let's tone it
Like
down.
when I think about it, like half our podcast episodes this year, I think we've mentioned like how much we don't want kids.
Yeah,
it just
well,
always seems to come up in conversation.
I followed this other girl the other day too. If anyone wants another recommendation, let me see. Sort by followed latest. Her name's Danny Duncan. I don't know if you've ever seen her pop up, Matt.
I'm more of a facial person. I don't think so.
She is child free by choice, and her whole page is kind of talking about like choosing to not have kids and all about her life and just kind of like normalizing the conversation.
I can't imagine the comments.
Oh yeah, she gets roasted, but she also has a lot of supporters. Like she's got 124,000 followers, and I'm loving seeing her content too.
Nice.
So shout out to you, Danny.
You know what? You know what I just realised?
What?
Every fucking Royal Flush and everyone we've mentioned today is a woman.
And what's that saying?
And what a fucking beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Both our Royal Flushes were women.
Yep.
Who are fucking killing it.
Yes.
And then everyone else we keep mentioning.
Yep.
I don't know, I
Where's
feel
the
like there
men?
was someone
When do
else.
we ever talk
Who
about?
gives a shit where the men are? Boring. They're
Next.
crashing their cars. That's what's happening. The men are out here crashing their cars and putting dildos in their pants.
Well, I've loved this episode, Matt. What
we
the
just kept
fuck?
getting
Like,
better
why
and
is our
better.
podcast so good?
No,
We're the biggest-
no, but it's actually so fucked. Do you know what I mean?
Can everyone do us a favour? Like, obviously, you're all still listening because we are that entertaining and engaging that we have you for the whole pod. I want to put an assignment out for everyone that's listening. Go today and tell a friend to listen to High Scrollers. Even pick an episode and send them the link. It could be this one. Please do us a solid, and we're going old school marketing. Refer a friend.
Refer a friend. And we wouldn't even be mad if you accidentally looped in everyone from your company and sent a company-wide email.
Yeah, like can
And
everyone just do us a solid because we're
linking
out here
to the
posting
podcast.
our videos, trying to tell everyone on my story to come and listen. Could you all just do us a solid? Tell one friend. If all of you told one friend, we'd have a whole lot of new listeners. Hannah would maybe get a bonus or a pay rise. I don't know.
Well, would we? Because
Yeah, maybe we would too. But I just think at this point, like, there's no better pod.
agree. Don't tell any men though, I reckon.
Yeah, just women.
Just the girls. This is just for the girls, the gays, and the days.
Yep. Please.
Because I think men would listen to this podcast and think we're being serious half the time, and just it'd go over their heads. The
Yeah, it
poor
would.
fucking things. Do we have any straight men who listen to the podcast? I would love to hear from you
Yeah,
as
we'll
to
ask in the
why
broadcast
you
channel.
enjoy. Because, and I don't want to set any of the straight men who do listen to High Scrollers. I swear to God, there'd be 3. Surely.
Yeah, I reckon there's
And they've
barely
accidentally
any.
stumbled across it, and now it plays automatically after, the Spotify DJs just accidentally putting the podcast on sometimes. But I would like to hear from the straight men if you do, because when I talk with the mindset that this is going to the girls, gays, and theys.
Yep, 100%.
Because when I used to make YouTube videos, you might feel this way as well. Even though my analytics tell me 20% of my following is America, 10%'s from the UK, few in India, few in wherever the fuck else in the world. Mm-hmm. I talk as if I'm chatting to Australians.
Yeah.
That's how I've always, when I was making my videos, I chat like I'm talking to Australians. And here, I feel like the demographic, the people I feel like I'm talking to or who are listening into our unhinged conversations are the girls, gays, and theys.
Me too.
So,
I have a few, like, more straight male followers than you would think. And I think it's because they're, like, business owners and they like when I post the businessy sort of stuff.
okay, true.
And I've had,
true.
like, a few people reach out being like, I love your content and I love your pod. So maybe they also crossed over and listened to High Scrollers as well.
Okay, yeah.
But I never talk as if though I'm talking to men.
Yeah. And by all means, I want to point out, if you are a straight man who listens to High Scrollers, we love having you here.
Welcome.
This is for everyone. But I just kind of forgot you existed for a second. So if you are a straight man that's a fan of the show,
Make yourself known to us.
maybe their girlfriend has been listening and it's been exposure therapy.
Well, that's
and
the
now
other
they're
thing
hooked.
too, actually. When people watch my stories, when I do them at night, they always say, like, my husband is like, is that Brittney girl again? Like, they learn the voice even though they're not directly watching and engaging.
Yeah.
So shout out to all the husbands.
Sometimes I get girls send me videos of their husbands on the lounge watching my stories,
Yeah.
being like, okay, so I've been watching your stories obviously every day, and now my husband has to check in on what you're doing. And I'm like, I love this.
Hello.
Anyway, straight men, welcome. You're so brave for being here. Please let us know. Send us an email. Anyway, thanks for listening.
That's another episode done and dusted.
Yes, it sure is. Love your long time scrollers. Rate us. Fuck off. You know what to do. Anyway, doll, better let you go. Gotta go call the NRMA, fix me car. Fucking hell.